So my first impression for Tamron was not that good. It was Tamron 28-75mm f2.8. It was almost 2 years ago. Since then, honestly, Tamron has been out of my choice. And this is the Tamron 28-75mm f2.8 DJI 3 VXD G2, the new version, the new model of former 28-75mm. Well, people can change. How's good people, welcome back to another new episode of The Gears and thank you for tuning in again. So Tamron is going to release this new Tamron 28-75mm f2.8 DI30 VXD G2 at October 28th. And Mr. Tamron let me, try this and use this for a while for, making reviews for you guys before the actual release date. But this is not sponsored. I didn't get paid, and this is the, rental one from Tamron. I have to, give it back, after, I'm done with this. So, as always, I'm gonna talk about this lens, not depending on any other influences, my honest feedback of using this. So as always, I'm gonna focus on three major things: build quality, autofocus, and image quality. Okay, first, let's start off with build quality. So when I first grabbed this lens, I was so surprised by this size and weight. It weighed 540 grams and the filter thread is 67mm. And the size is, as you can see, it's so small. Like, this is iPhone 7 and it's almost same. As always, I brought this lens outside, like in the city and the mountains, for making the intro B-roll and taking footages. You know what? It was so nice to have with me all day. The size, weight, it's great for carrying. You know what? I really want you to grab this. You will be amazed. And about the actual build quality, build design, the structure. Honestly, before, I didn't like it, like the old version. It was too flat, not having a good grip, and the rings were not my type, and the surface is not my favorite also. But those things changed. First, the shape is more like smoother. Like, it's not a complete flat. There is a good grip which fits in my hand very well. Also, those rings, I really don't remember how the old one was, but I feel the rubber of a new one is a little bit stronger. Like, it holds my fingers more stronger. And it's a little bit heavier, but smoother. It can stop where you want, and it doesn't move easily. The balance is good. And the surface of the body is still like a plastic feel, which is honestly not my favorite, but it's more, deeper, rich black than the old one. It's, more shiny black. Now it got some, good luxury feel, but I think this material has a huge role for making this lens, light and compact. So we should appreciate it. And what's the amazing thing about this new version is that you can customize this lens, the function of this lens, with software called Tamron Lens Utility. You can connect this lens to a computer with USB cable and customize this lens. For example, you can set two focus points by with this focus set button and the software, and hit this button, then the focus moves from one object to another. Or you can adjust the way focus moves and apply AFMF control. Like this new version, it's so good at filmmaking. This software will be released also at the end of October, so you guys stay tuned in. So the build quality improved so much. Now it's more easier to handle, and not only that, it got powerful. But not gonna jump to the conclusion yet, let's move to autofocus. Okay, next one is autofocus. So Tamron says the new version has a new AF motor called VXD, and it is 2 times faster than the old one. So let's see how it does. So autofocus speed at 28mm was 0.4 second average. Yeah, I think it's true. Look at this, it's fast, but amazingly, it's very smooth. It's not like weird step like hoo. It's very smooth, gently slow but very fast, and when the face is moving, it's tracking it almost all time. And I want you to watch this footage. Look at how the focus switches, and it's so accurate. Actually, this speed is mind-blowing. When I use it for landscape, the focus didn't miss. When it's at 75mm and the object is so close to the lens, the speed itself is not that fast. I mean, it's slow, but the movement is very gentle, very gradual move, so I guess it's not that bad. So my feedback for this autofocus is pretty awesome. I film all by myself most of the time, even when I make a entire short film, the solo film making. For people who are like me, this autofocus will be so strong weapon. So last one is image quality. So first, this covers from 28mm to 75mm. Personally, I still prefer the 24mm, at widest focal length of a standard zoom lens. I shoot myself a lot, vlogging, shoot in the car, like very small space and big landscape, so I need 24mm. But instead of that, this goes to 75mm, which gives you a nice telephoto feel. And the minimum focus distance is 18cm at wide. Old version was 19cm, I believe. So this can zoom in more closer. This is very huge. You can get kind of half macro shot. So about sharpness, I'm very impressed. Before, in my opinion, in my impression for Tamron is not that sharp. I believe I said like that before. It's like, very, average to me. But this one is, more than my expectation. The image has a good high-res feel, especially when it uses lens for landscape like rocks, trees. You can know how much detail this can capture. Very good sharpness. Even if you crop the image, still there are details left. I don't do the portrait, but I think this is good at that. Even if when I shot this under the harsh sunlight, it didn't get too sharp, like very harsh sharpness. It's not overkilling, but also very sharp. Here is more. So this new version forced me to change my mind. Now I finally can say Tamron is sharp. So next is color. Basically, the depiction is great. This lens can express the image pretty much, as I saw. I think overall colors come out kind of strong, like very colorful, and each color is separated well, like distinguished well. So to me, no matter how the situation is, like very contrasty or flat light situation, anyway, colors can come out powerfully. But again, it's natural. As we can see from this portrait, skin tone looks good, very smooth. Well, about color, I think it depends on, people. Of course, it's good, natural, smooth, depiction is good. So after that, you decide if you like it or not. To me, when I use this for landscape, sometimes colors, came out too strong to me. Especially when I was in woods, like surrounded by a lot of things, like a lot of greens. Colors like green was, kind of compressed, like, pressured. And the scene lost details a little bit. And plus, because this is sharp, those compressed colors area look kind of harsh. But also, I cannot simply say the colors are bad, I don't like it. I can't say that, because also sometimes this compressed pressured color turns out so good. like this scene. I get closer than before. Now, focus on those red leaves more. It looks so powerful, like very juicy, colorful colors. So all I can say about this color is sometimes I like and sometimes I don't. So last one I'm gonna talk about is low light ability. Well, in low light, I like the texture. Of course, it'll depend on how you develop, how you color grade your footage. Especially this darkest area, it's almost complete black, which I really like. I've been saying this so many times on this channel, but I want a solid black in the image for both of photo and video, especially like this night scene or dark mood or low brightness scene. So this Tamron strong color works perfect for that. And still, even when it's low light, the details is clean, the total image is sharp. It was so nice to shoot in low light. Okay, so conclusion is, considering all aspects of this lens can be your first standard zoom lens if you're about to start filmmaking photography now. Before, if people ask me what lens to choose for their first lens for Sony camera, I 100% answered the Sigma 24-70mm f2.8 Art because I thought it was the best choice considering the performance and the price. Yeah, it's heavy, but let's shake it off. But after this lens shows up, it'll change. It's definitely better than old version and more budget, lighter, smaller than Sigma and G Master. But the image quality and autofocus performance are good, very easy to handle and easy to start filmmaking photography. Personally, after using this lens for a while, now I might choose this over this Sigma 24-70mm. But I don't know yet because I tried this lens, under only limited situation. I didn't use this lens for like an entire short film or like a serious photo work. So I honestly don't know which one to choose yet. But still, this size and weight are so huge to me. It gives me the extra space for creativity. If the backpack is light when I'm walking in the woods and hiking mountains, I can have the extra energy for finding scenes and stories. This time I felt that so hard. So now I can say the lightweight is justice for most of the time. So if I make up my mind for ditching Sigma and start dating with Tamron, I will let you know. But what about you? Are you with a classic Sigma or the new trendy light Tamron? Let me know. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions about this lens, don't hesitate to leave the comment below. And if you have any requests for next gears, also leave the comment below. So today's topic is pretty much it, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this one, show me a thumb and hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Sometimes I'm feeling divine, sometimes I'm losing my mind. I freak the beat, the grind.
Yes. Eish. めちゃくちゃ辛いのこれね。いやびっくりした。いやタムロンさんにはねちょっと申し訳ないけど、前まではあんまり好きじゃなかったのよ。なんでかっていうと、ちょっとこう黒が重かったり色が重かったりしたから、でシャープネスもちょっと甘かったりしたんであんま好きじゃなかったんだけど、これはもう全部を塗り替えた。俺の中のそのタムロンのイメージをマジで変えるかも。